Hey everybody, welcome to Board Game Heaven. I'm here at the booth of Dragon Dawn Productions with Nikolas.
Hello.
You're a designer and a playtester for Dragon Dawn Productions.
Sounds about right.
Okay, and we've got here an early prototype of Dwarf.
Very early. But
so Nikolas, what can you tell us about Dwarf?
So Dwarf is a light Euro game.
Yeah.
It has a solo mode, a 2-player mode. We're also working on making a 3- and 4-player available. We're testing that right now to see how that can be done. And it is a worker-placer game with a evolving board, where dwarves are fighting to become, let's say, the king of the dwarves in the end, and you do this in different ways. So basically, the end game is triggered when someone crafts 3 items. There will be cards popping up here that will allow us to craft these items. To craft items, we need resources. Yes, so we have iron, we have steel, and we have gold, and we have glory. Okay, so you can get these resources different way. Obviously iron, you can get by going to the iron seam and digging. You can get steel by then going to a blacksmith or something of the sort to make that iron into steel. You can get gold in the gold seam, and if we have monsters popping up, we might be able to achieve glory by fighting these monsters. Alright, so the first thing we do is we take 4 cards from here. By each individual card, we can then look here at the white space, and we place it accordingly. So they will be sort of a, let's say, semi-random way that the board is set up and how the board is evolving. This is thematically explained by the dwarves are digging themselves into the mountain, and so the mountain is also changing with that. So now we had an iron seam here that turned into a gold seam. So they're out of iron, this part, but now there's gold. Then we have a great dragon. Since that popped up on the same space, we will draw another card extra to that, which then lands here. So that we count as 2 cards. Now comes another 2. Comes in the middle, and then we draw 1 more card, which lands here. So this is our first initial setup, and after every time that we have played, there will be another 2 cards. So thereby the mountain will always be evolving. So we will now take an A, B, B, A turn order. That is to say, let's say I'm the starting player, I will go once, then you will go twice, and then I will go once. And when we go, we basically take one of our dwarfs, in this early prototype, simply a red meeple, as we all know them, and we will place it just on the space. It won't resolve immediately, but it will resolve once all the workers have been placed. Alright? So I'll quickly go through what's actually out there. So iron seams, we now have 1, 2, 3. They all do the same, they give us 3 iron. Alloy steel allows us to use the 3 iron to make 2 steel. Steel, as I said, is more valuable because later on there will be items that we can craft, and we want to craft those items to trigger the end game. Right. So gold seams give us gold, we have another alloy steel, and we have a dragon in our kit. So the dragon works a little bit differently. First of all, if no dwarf was placed on the dragon, then this effect will trigger that it says on the card, and that is, while present and undefended, each player must return all gold they possess to their supply. Alright, that doesn't look so bad now because they didn't give us our starting resources. So we will have 1 gold each, and 3 iron.
3 iron.
Yes. Thank you very much. Alright, so now we both have a little bit of skin in the game. If no one blocks in, we will both lose our gold. So there is though an incentive to also go for the dragon, not just to block us, stop us from losing the gold, because otherwise I could just go there and I would basically I wouldn't do anything. I would just stop us from not losing the gold, but you would have 1 more action than me, and there's like a losing game. But in the Kingdom of the Dwarves, it is glorious to defeat a dragon, to protect the kingdom. So if I do go here or fight any monster, I get a glory token. Alright. So the way this works is that when the items have been crafted, then we will have to see who has the most in each resources. Now we always have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 resources, and the person who has the majority in the most resources will win the game. Alright? Okay. So endgame trigger when items are crafted, but once that's done, you want to have the majority in resources. Okay.
So what kind of items can they craft? Are they also in the deck?
Yes. So we have Fortune Axe.
Okay.
Could pop up like that. We have a dagger.
So when you want to craft something, you have to go to that location and then have the resources.
Exactly. And each item basically has a different requirement. So as of now, the items are basically just resources or victory points in a sense. But having the most items at the end of the game is one of the 5 sort of resources that you're gathering and you want to have the majority. So actually triggering the end game by crafting the items actually will mean that you are sort of in the lead in one of these positions. Of course, if you have the most of all other resources and I just craft that item, then you're 4 to what are you? You're 4 to 1. Math, yes.
Right.
Which, of course, at that point, I mean, I don't want to craft the item, right? But if we're 2 to 2, then I probably would like to do that to just finish the game and then win by the majority.
All right.
And that's Dwarf. We also have a solo mode where there is an automated AI player. We have a few variants of that one, but that will basically be it will then work sort of according to a certain AI schedule and according to the cards that you draw. But that is still a work in progress, but that is definitely something that will be part of this game.
Okay, so the game will be on Kickstarter next February 2019.
Exactly.
Okay, and there will of course be upgraded components, and we'll see what that is. So as soon as that goes live, I will put the link in the description below so you can go and check that out. And that is Dwarf by Dragon Dawn Productions. Thank you very much for your explanation.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for watching, and see you next time on Board Game Heaven. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button below and don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching and see you next time on Board Game Heaven.